Hello, 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 all my lovely lads and lassies. My name is Almanak, and welcome back to Let's Play Doki Doki Literature Club. Enough chit chat, let's get into it! All right, let's see. I still want to go back. I still want to do some things that I like. So, romance, flee, whirlwind, anime, disown, bouncy, climax, frightening, kiss, clouds. Spit came out of that one. Let's do whirlwind, graveyard. Let's do fear. Let's do misery, friends, extreme, crimson, inferno. Let's go rain cloud, adventure. Let's go pure. Oh no! Beauty, tragedy. Horror! Let's go empty. Lust. I gotta go with nibble. Yeah, I figured that was gonna be Natsuki's. Shame. Disaster. Unending. Dark. Yes, dark. Alrighty, here we go. Another day passes, and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Lord! Yo, Sayori. What's happening, girl? Yeah, I'm never doing that again. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kind of hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. That's not like you at all. I'm surprised you didn't even give me an option. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Why that all of a sudden? No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Siri nervously retrieves her coin purse. Ah, no! Siri, stop it! Shut up! She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. Ha! I knew it. I could see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How'd you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry or want an excuse to take a walk. Or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that only leaves one option. What? I give up! Don't make me feel guilty! If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face, well, Sayori was shouting. Right? Her face is in her book, as always. I wasn't listening or anything. I was just something in my book. Yuri! Tell Lord to let me borrow some money! Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough as retribution. Did I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed in my book. Yeah. I double-clicked accidentally. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's fun. It's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the revolution. Retribution. That! Still, coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Man, there's been a lot of, aside from me writing my poem, there's been a lot of darkness. They're sort of inching its way from everybody. From Monica, Sayori, not really much of Natsuki, and Yuri. Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me.
But you wouldn't have come if if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them.
Come on. Give me more credit than that, Sayori. Oh, good lord. Pwap.
Kya!
Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Did Natsuki throw something at her?
Ow! What was? A cookie?
Sure enough, a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. It was Natsuki. Sayori glances around.
Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my It's because I paid my restitution.
Retribution. Or retribution. Actually, that one almost worked.
Ha!
Or ha ha. I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though.
Natsuki! That's so nice of you! I'm so happy!
Sayori hugs the cookie. Geez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper, and takes a big bite.
So good!
Sayori suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth.
I bit my tongue!
You're not going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes one bite of her own cookie. Why, I'm blanking out on reading. I'm forgetting how to read, guys.
Ah, yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it?
Jeez, beggars can't be choosers.
But yours is chocolate.
Yeah? Why'd you think I gave you that one?
Fine. I'm still happy that you shared this one with me.
Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki and wraps her arms around her. Oh, jeez. I get it. The cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off her.
Oh!
Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori? Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room. Huh? Where's Monica anyway?
Good question. I haven't heard anything about her being late today. Not me.
Yeah, I haven't either.
That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay.
Of course she's okay. She's probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. I'm Batman.
You don't think she has a...
Well, I wouldn't be surprised. She probably... My lips are getting chapped. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. Yuri. No.
That's true.
Excuse me? Natsuki, you are not at all. No. Oh, shit.
What?
I assume it's when suddenly Monica bursts into the room.
Sorry, I'm super late.
Ah, there you are.
I didn't mean to be late.
I'm spitting everywhere.
I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about?
Monica quizzically glances at me. There's quizzically is used twice now. She quizzically glances at me. Oh yeah, that's right, because every girl in this class is into me. Monica too. Ah, never mind that. What held you up anyway?
Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just got lost track of time.
That makes no sense though. You would have heard the bell ring at least.
I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. I don't really. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool! You should play something for us, Monica.
Monica looks at me.
Maybe once I get a little better.
Oh, I'm using Yuri's voice.
Maybe once I get a little better, I will.
Yay! That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it.
Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Lord.
Monica smiles sweetly. Aw. Ah. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that.
Haha, don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently. And I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready.
I see.
In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So, I didn't miss anything, did I?
Not really. Natsuki chucked a cookie at Sayori's face. I chose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone is already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. How big was this cookie? Yuri is back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet.
Natsuki! It's okay! It's acceptable now! Come out of the closet!
Looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down to the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? I could always read some book. I could read some of the book Yuri gave me, but I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening on Sayori's conversation with Monica.
We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs, though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone that literature is what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of literature clubs sounds too dense and intellectual. It's not like that. But it's not like that after all, you know. We just need a way to showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem, though. What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So, if it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? And after all, they come.
And after they come, not after they all come. Shut up.
We can do the thing to speak to their creative minds.
What's this? Sayori is taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this.
That's a good point. In that case, now did you think food will do the trick? What kind? Well, I guess we could. Cupcakes! Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. You're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it. Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Cupcakes it is, then. I'm hungry. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself.
I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori keeps her mind to things that make them come to life. I suppose that's why I ended up in letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what makes it would be like to see the world through her eyes. Whoa, hi, Sayori. Oh, I open my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision.
It doesn't look like you have an app named
No!
Billy.
Siri, stop, shut up, I do not care, stop interrupting my playthrough!
I nearly fall out of my chair.
Heh, sorry. Wait, actually, I'm not really sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that.
Oh, I was asleep. That's why the screen was black.
This isn't napping club.
Does our school have napping club?
You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know? And you'll need to get used to it.
Don't say that out loud. I glance over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard.
It's true, though.
Yeah? I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori.
It's what I do best.
That's a problem. What about you? What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You still oversleep every day. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you?
Nope. Phone, shut up. I don't want notifications right now. Not every day.
That's not very convincing.
How many days?
Or how many days this past week have you gotten up in time?
That's a secret.
I knew it.
Come on. At least I give me the benefit of the doubt.
I can't even do that. It looks like Sayori. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. Sayori glances around herself.
How is it written all over me?
Well, you are clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all around.
Ah?
I run my fingers down the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need to brush this.
My hair is just really hard to get right.
I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. Isn't she always like that, though? And there's toothpaste stain on your collar.
Where?
I try to wipe off the stain with my finger.
But nobody ever noticed that.
Of course they would. Nobody's going to tell you about it because they don't want you to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about that.
Hey, you meanie.
And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet?
Huh? That's super mean.
Yeah, it's kind of a dick move, dude. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I start to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. Oh!
Shut
Hi, Sayori. Okay, just making sure everything's cropped. I don't have this in full. I don't have this full screen. I have this in windowed mode. Because when I put it in windowed mode and I go to OBS and click everything, the game shuts down. Or not shuts down, but it minimizes. So I don't know how to fix that. If you guys know how to help me out with that, I'm all for opinion. If you guys have gotten this far into the video, that is.
This is so funny.
What is?
Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kinds of things.
Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it, stupid.
It's okay, though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you?
I guess.
Hey, be careful.
The
The button might come off.
Why is this so hard to... Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Yeah. Hormones. In college. They're rampant. Does this thing even fit you properly?
I didn't even... It did when I bought it.
If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about?
It means my boobs are got bigger again.
Don't say that out loud. Anyway, you look much better now. Ah. What? How many versions of is there? Why does it feel so? Why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer unbuttoned like that? It's
but it's still it's so stuffy. Ugh. But it's worth it all. It's not worth it at all.
Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more.
Siri, I swear to God, if you keep on popping up, I'm going to kick your Australian ass. Phew. That's much better.
Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around.
So if I keep it unbuttoned, I won't get a boyfriend, right?
What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying that like it's a good thing?
Because if I had a boyfriend, then I wouldn't even let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would. Anyway. And so that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned.
It's clear that she wants me to be her boyfriend. I get it. Stop saying all these embarrassing things.
I didn't say anything embarrassing.
Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to make up for a little earlier. Wake up a little earlier.
Only if you focus on getting to bed earlier.
Fine. It's a deal.
I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are taking care of ourselves.
Yeah, I guess so, huh?
Maybe you should come wake me up in the morning.
You're doing it again, Sayori.
Aw, I was joking that time.
Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes.
Okay, everyone.
Monica suddenly calls out.
Why don't we share our poems and poems we wrote now? Yay! Lord, I can't wait to read yours.
Yeah, same. I fail to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem. All right. I'm gonna try to end the episodes on the days, like when one day ends and I have to start. So I'm just gonna try to do that now. I'm gonna save this in a slot. There we go. I'm just gonna go down this time. I'm gonna save Yuri for last. I'm gonna go. Actually, the poem I wrote, Sayori is definitely gonna like. So, cause she jumped up a lot when I was picking the choices. So, boop.
Oh my goodness! This is so good, Lord. I love it, especially after yesterday's poem.
Ugh. You're too honest sometimes, Sayori.
But really, I want to put this on my wall. Can I?
Sayori, you must be seriously seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing.
Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either.
Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it?
Well, I'm sure that's a part of it. But I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, so you know? So when I read your poem, it's like, it's not just a poem, it's a Lord poem.
It's a Lord poem.
And that makes it feel extra special. Like I could feel your feelings in it.
Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. That's damaging my throat. I think I just might have to do something else with that.
Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad. But that's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works.
I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is pretty important. A pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place.
Yeah? Me neither!
Why don't you at least try giving it some thought?
Aw, you wanna write something for me?
Why did I read it like that?
You wanna write something for me? That's so sweet!
Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point.
Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I try to keep it in mind.
Well, whatever. I don't like it when people say, whatever.
Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Yeah! I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy
and sad? I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori.
Well, I like happy the most, but sometimes when you have a little rain cloud on your head, a sad poem can give the rain cloud a little hug and make it a nice, happy rainbow.
Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic.
Is it? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Siri, shut it! Thanks, Lord. I should go write that down. Then, you can read my poem now, okay?
Oh my god! Bottles. I pop off my scalp like a lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine, all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on a shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in a bottle, all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. A friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper, my fingers go. Exploring a dark cave. Discovering the secrets behind the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging. Scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like the time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done, I open up, and in come my friends. In they come, such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frankly pull them from the shelf, one after another, holding them out to each and every friend. Each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who weren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something. but all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. That's depressing as shit. Holy crap. Sorry, did you really write this?
For f***'s sake, Siri! Of course I did. Did I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever?
Yeah, but I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you.
Monica taught me a whole lot. I've been...
My throat is getting dry, guys. You have no idea. It's going up to my nose.
And I've been really in touch with my feelings recently.
I see that. It's almost kind of creepy.
Creepy?
Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. My screen's doing weird stuff. Well, never mind. I think too hard about it. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good. So you should be proud of it.
Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. And it even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic.
You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up.
Yeah! Writing's the best! I'm gonna keep writing until I die!
Don't get ahead of yourself. Siori always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it and no more than a week later. I wonder if this one is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. All right. Let's go Natsuki. Well, I can admit that it's better than the last one. It's nice to see that you're putting some effort. That's good. But I still don't like this at all. It's trying too hard to be serious. Yeah? What do you mean by that? Poems don't need to be deep sounding to express something. It's going to just sound like you're forcing. It's unless you really don't suck at it. Honestly, don't bother trying to write poems like this until you're on Yuri's level. Thank you. Natsuki stops short all of a sudden. I mean, she is short. Don't tell me. You're not trying to impress Yuri, are you? What are you talking about? And keep your voice down. You know Yuri would love this angsty. Just because she's a talented writer doesn't mean I mean, looks like I'm in trouble. I somehow struck a nerve, though what I did is beyond me. I'm so done with you. Natsuki shoves the poem in her hand back over to me. Take your stupid poem. If you wrote it for someone else, just don't show it to me. Ouch. This is what I get for letting a younger girl step into my business. Freshman. Unless I was a mind reader, then I was destined to be in a world of pain from the start. At least Natsuki wasn't really the girl I was trying to impress in the first place. Speaking of which, did I say I was going to do Yuri last? Yes, I did. Monica!
Hi again, Lord. How's writing going?
All right, I guess.
I didn't even read Natsuki's poem.
Interesting.
I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come with a masterpiece.
I wouldn't count on that.
You never know. I want to share what you wrote for. You want to share what you wrote for today?
Sure. Here you go. I give the poem to Monica.
All right. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. Wait a minute. I just noticed that Monica isn't in the... When I'm writing my poem, she's not one of the little figurine things that jump up when I click a selection. Why is that? Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sort of things in common.
Well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different.
Well, that may be the case, but there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it's sometimes like the two of you really care about each other as well, each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you think. So I think it's the kind of vibe I get when I'm reading your poem. You sure you're not reading into it too much? Haha, I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has a kind of gentle feel to it. And I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too?
Yeah, that's totally unexpected.
Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. But anyway, you want you to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. All right, let's take a look.
Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing red, green, blue, and endless cacophony? Cacophony? Cacophony?
I don't know that word!
Of meaningless noise. This is how poems I learned how to write in college was. No periods and nothing really rhyming. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveform, squeaking, screeching, piercing sine, cosine, cosine, tangent like a playing on a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. Load me? What? What is that about? Also, her vocabulary is like my ex-girlfriend's, just up there, and she'd make me feel really stupid sometimes. But I also found it very attractive as how smart she was. Yeah. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh?
Haha. I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it.
No, I never said that. It's just the kind of thing I never really seen before, I guess.
It's kind of like playing with my space on paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem.
This is actual poem advice. Like how to like creative writing 101. This is definitely one of the lessons you learn.
It's almost like magic.
I feel like Sayori was kind of saying the same thing.
The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they were trying to speak over the noise.
I see. I did get a sense of that. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about though.
Haha. Sometimes asking about a poem isn't the right
Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. Okay.
A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with a reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens,
I gotta fix that.
don't forget to save your game.
That's weird that this prompt pops up and my screen goes black all of a sudden.
You never know what might change your mind. Or when something unexpected happens.
Is this a way for the game to just talk to me? Maybe because it noticed I hadn't saved in a while? I don't know. That was so weird.
Wait, this tip isn't about writing. What am I even talking about? Ha! That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Hang on a sec, guys. Okay, I don't know why it does that. All right, Yuri. Here we go, Yuri. My favorite. It's kind of loud in here, isn't it? The wine is going right through me.
Let's see what you've written for today. This is pretty good, Lord. You were influenced by seeing everyone's writing styles yesterday?
I guess you could say that.
I was also a bit surprised by how differently everyone writes. So I respect you for trying new things. You don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Metaphors could go a long way. And don't feel like you need to work your brain like returning a bunch of gears. Try letting your brain wander through your feelings and write down the things you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable your reader to see into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise.
I see. That's a certainly interesting technique. Thanks for sharing.
I have, an example of that if you'd like to read it.
Of course.
Is this
Is this the poem you wrote for today? And timidly hands me her poem. The Raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering. Oh, that's music. The scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an ordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon is well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. And the enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon, an urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off of the cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in my eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited, or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry once more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish off, Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me excitement. A rush of blood. Classic Pavilion conditioning. I slice the bread. I feel myself again. Oh my god. Yuri's talking about cutting herself. I don't know how it feels just good to feel alive again. To know that, because a lot of people think like, oh, people cut themselves to see if they can try to kill themselves. But they do it to feel alive. Because everything else that they deal with in life is just so numbing and also towards how they're treated. They just feel like they are just outcasted and they don't get a chance to feel, love and a lot of emotions that other people do. And so they take it upon themselves to do that to themselves just to feel something. Just to make sure, like, hey, am I even alive? Let me check. Damn, Yuri. Oh, back to this music. Oh, it was a little more daring with this one than yesterday is. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about.
That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them.
Yeah. If I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean.
Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in way more than unusual hobbies. It's those sort of things that I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them.
Why do you keep them to yourself?
Because they're embarrassing, and people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Lord?
Well, yeah, I guess I do. I feel like everyone has a little something like that.
The best way we can do is respect each other and our individualities.
I fucked up that word.
Even if it's difficult sometimes, and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, even if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a bit right now. But I'm glad that you're a really good listener. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right?
Well, why do I start off a lot of sentences with well and so?
None of them start off with well and so. I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come and sit down in front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of.
Oh, do we really have to do something for the festival? I'm Batman. It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members.
That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori is going to keep working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event.
Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're gonna be doing for the event.
Sorry. I thought you heard about it already. we're gonna be performing.
Performing?
Monica. Yeah? We're gonna be having a poetry performance. Each of us are gonna choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, they're going to let anyone else come up and recite their poems too. Sayori's putting it all in the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time.
I'll use that. Sayori, who's been coloring a poster,
Siri, for the love of God!
holds it up for us to see.
Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, or did you?
Well, I did. Did you really think it's that bad of an idea?
Well, no. It's not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know? There's no way I'm gonna be performing in front of a group of people like that.
I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it.
Yuri shakes her head in fear.
Guys! No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. I remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple of days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud for a whole room of people. So, I did it again! I guess I'm kind of overlooking that. So, I'm sorry. But, I still think we should give it our best. We're only the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each are put in a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah! It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of a room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it.
Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. Yeah, she does. I guess that leaves me no choice.
Siri, stop!
I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we could do is help them out a little bit.
Well, maybe, but...
It looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left.
Ew. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with.
All right! Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri?
Yuri dejectedly glances at everyone else's expectant faces.
I guess I don't really have a choice. That's everyone! You're the best, Yuri! This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Please don't say that, Yuri. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on. Let's move on to the main event.
Why? Well, that's Monica, not Yuri. Say Yuri.
I want each of you to choose the poem of yours.
Whatever.
We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other.
No way!
Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone to feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through her notebook to a specific poem that she has in mind for herself. Then she stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Ahem. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she has done before, or is simply being a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori is amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face. Siri, I am going to bitch slap you with a spatula. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica! Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm not Yuri. I'm not trying to imitate her just so that way the Lord can like me more. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Yuri? I'll go next. What? What? Say, Yuri, you're all fired up all of a sudden? Yuri clutches the sheet of paper between her and her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri! It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading her poem. She's so cute. Just a moment ago, she was practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting this so much effort in? As Yuri gets to the past a free couple of lines, her voice changes. Almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivered words transform into the sharp syllables with a fiery, fierce, and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns and a structure that enunciates with a perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her as if she bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Well done, Yuri! Well done! Good job! I love you. Everyone joins me afterward, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat. Oh! Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay! I guess I'm next then. Yuri hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled. Sayori. It's a lot harder than I thought. How do you guys do it so easily?
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
Siri, your name is Siri, not Sayori! Try to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice. Oh, it's soft! I totally nailed that on the wormhole. It feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet.
If I were to read this on paper, I would probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice, it almost gives a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I'm about to disable Siri.
I did it!
Good job, Sayori.
Even Lord liked it. I guess that's a good sign.
Well, what does that even mean?
It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of this poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. You might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I knew what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do it in front of everyone. The next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have too much time before the festival, you know? Okay! Now, who's next? Natsuki?
Don't make me go before Lord. It's not like I can...
My throat, holy shit.
It's not like I can compare to you guys anyways. I might as well let Lord lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it.
Natsuki!
It's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just go off of what I wrote for today. I stand up and stand in front of the podium. Oh, good God. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really good as everyone else.
Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. It's something that'll improve you over time, though.
Yeah, maybe.
All right, then. That just leaves you, Natsuki.
Yeah. I'm going.
Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium.
This poem is called... Why are you all looking at me?
Because you're presenting.
Anyway, the poem is called Jump.
Natsuki takes a breath, and once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm with rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken out loud. The words feel like they bounce up and down, and as if they're giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes, and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat.
That wasn't so bad, was it?
Easy for you to say. You'd better not make me do that again.
Well, do you feel at least prepared enough to recite the poem in front of the other people?
I mean, doing in front of other people will be way easier.
Why other people?
I can put it whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing.
Well, that's a surprise, Natsuki. And I think it would be the other way around for me.
Well, that's just how it is, so...
Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. And it might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea that it's like, now. I want to make sure the festival, you pick a poem that gets enough practice before the festival, okay? Yeah, I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting.
Jeez. I should probably find some other poem to recite then.
That's fine too. Just, it doesn't matter, it has to be your own. Fuck. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy.
Imagine she just whips her hair back and smacks Natsuki in the face. Yeah, no problem.
Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know this is a festival coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow, okay? It's been working out really nicely so far. So I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, well, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have plan for a weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait! I can do this. I can do this.
All right. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club and impressing Monica. I don't want to impress Monica, kinda, but I want to impress Yuri more. Then I'll have to do my best.
Ready to go, Sayori?
Oh, ready to go, Sayori?
Yep.
Look at you two. Always going home together like that.
It's kind of adorable, isn't it?
Jeez, guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it.
It must be a little nice, though.
Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It wouldn't be as nice as walking home with you, Yuri.
It's okay, Lord. You don't have to say it.
Whatever, let's go already. Oh, I walk home with Yuri once more. Even though it's been a few days, a lot of things happened or I've already changed. But today, Sayori has been a real quick...
Siri? Oh my god!
Sayori's been a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori?
Huh? Sorry,
It's okay.
Sorry, I was spacing out.
Ah, no wonder.
I wasn't thinking about something from... I was thinking about something from earlier. Like, how we get to...
Sayori fumbles with her words.
So, let's just say that one day, Yuri asked you to walk home with you.
Huh?
What would you do?
What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spotlight here. I mean, if she walked home with me, if she asked me first, I'd walk home with Yuri. I'm sorry, Sayori, but I'd walk home with Yuri. Walking home with Yuri, huh? Why does the thought of that make my heart pound? I mean, given how hard it is for her to socialize, I would feel awkward turning her down, so.
Isn't she so beautiful and smart?
That has nothing to do with what I just said.
You admitted it!
Jeez. There's not even a point in speculating something that's never going to happen.
Well, maybe. But I just like to think about it. It's not long before you won't need me anymore, you know?
Need you? Sayori? I can't figure out how you're seeing this in your head right now.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
No, bitch!
Sorry.
Everyone is different. Nobody in the club is a replacement for you.
If you say so.
This conversation trails off, and I'm left feeling awkward. But it was kind of her fault for trapping me in such a weird question. Yeah, I just can't lie to her. But there is something that makes her happy. I would hate to take that away from her. That's why I said there's no point in speculating. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? All right, let's save there and end this episode here. I don't know what's going on with Monica, but it was very strange that she talked to me in like as if she was the game. Like, don't forget to save your game. And then she just trailed off saying, what am I talking about? So I figured out that Yuri, you write about what you know. That's why I learned in screenwriting class. You write about what you know. That poem that she had about the raccoon told a lot about her. So I'm feeling really for her. Like I'm feeling for her a lot. I feel like if there's an opportunity that I should hang out with her, I definitely should. Natsuki and Sayori, she does tend to care more about other people than herself. I can tell that she has a crush on me. I know that. Though in a way, yeah, the character I'm playing has a crush on her. I don't really feel that way for her. Like if she's a friend, we grew up together, that sort of thing. And then there's Monica. What the fuck? But anyway, guys, that does it for this episode. Thank you all so much for watching. You know the gist. Now we'll see all of you beautiful faces in the next video. Toodle pip!